video that I made the other day. I kind of call it my mock Velveeta. It's kind of a Homestead cheese. But I will start with a gallon of milk poured into this pot. I had the pot warming, and it went shh. Oh, leave it to me to do something funny. That's my fresh cow milk, straight from my little cow that I call Callie. I took the cream off of it because I've been making butter and ghee and ghee or whatever that stuff's called. But I'm going to heat that to 140, and it's 70, so it's going to take a while. But I'm going to make mine cheese colored, so I'm going to add a little bit of this to it, about 20 drops, which I'm going to dissolve in a little bit of water. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now, that's what I've got now. Put that lid back on there. I'm going to have yellow fingers. And I don't know if you can see my milk, but it's all white. Add that to that. Now it's all cheesy colored. And you wouldn't have to add that. It just makes it look more like cheddar cheese or something. Can you see my yellow color now? And to that, I've got citric acid. And I've dissolved that in a little bit of water too. I've got 2½ teaspoons of the citric acid, and I've dissolved it. And I'm going to put that in there. And that's what's going to make it come together into a cheese. Stir that all up. Yeah, and I'll have to look at my instructions every once in a while. And I'm going to bring that up to 140 degrees. And it's already kind of getting a thickness to it from the citric acid. Let's see what temperature we got. I've got 79. Can you see that it's already making curds? Can you see the curds? I am going to pause you for just a little bit, and while I let that temperature come up, and I may gently stir it a little bit while you're not here, but I'll be back. Well, you know that gallon of white milk we started with? This is what we're ending up with. Isn't that interesting? It's still not 140 degrees, but I'm going to go ahead and measure up the next ingredients that we're going to put in it. When it's ready, not yet, but when it's ready, we're going to add 3/4 of a teaspoon of baking soda. And I have to read 1½ teaspoons of salt. You want non-iodized salt, so I'm just using my cannon salt. But you could buy a cheese salt. And a tablespoon of butter. Now this will be for later. Measured out. And this is what it will look like when we get finished with it. And I use it for lots of stuff. I grate it on top of casseroles because Cause see, it turns into a piece of cheese, and I guess it's just mozzarella, just kind of seasoned up and what do I want to say, seasoned up and colored, because mozzarella would be white. Let me show you. I use it on scalloped potatoes and potato dishes. It works pretty good in grilled cheeses. But see, this is what we'll end up with. I mean, it has a good flavor. It lasts several days in the refrigerator after it's made. It's been not really stringy, but maybe it's because I hadn't got the pot hot enough yet. 116 degrees, and I was going for 140. But heat it to 140. And just to keep this video more short and compact, I'm going to go ahead and drain it and start on the next step. Because if I keep waiting, it only takes about 30 minutes to make it all the time. But I'm going to pour it. I've got cheesecloth in this pot. And I'm going to drain that whey off. I'm too short. I've got it in my cheesecloth. Squeeze some of that out of there. And then I'm going to add it back to this pot where I'm going to stir in the salt and the baking soda and the butter. This is what's in my pot now. And I'm hurrying this video a little faster than what I should have. You'd want to take your time and do a little bit better job than I'm doing. But when I have extra cow milk, and I just like to play around and do stuff with it that make it more useful for me. Can you see it? Now it's kind of starting to melt, and I'm stirring that butter and salt and baking soda into it. Need me some crackers now. I have to make some crackers. Mother brought me some crackers the other day. Maybe I'll just have cheese and crackers that she brought. Melt and get stringy. Do you have a little milk cow? I just absolutely love my little milk cow. And this would be real good made with goat milk too. It's been years since I've had a good milk go. Switch over to the cow so I could have plenty of cream. And then the goats that I had, it seems like it just a few days ago, but I guess it was 20 years ago when the kids were little. We had a couple of milk goats. They were sure fun to work with, though. And if there was one close by that I could afford, I think I'd get me another one to go with my milk cow. Especially with the world situation and the times like they are. That's what I'm ending up with. And I'll admit, sometimes I do a better job at this than what I am showing you guys. But I think you kind of get the point. It was a gallon of milk with the yellow, not food coloring, but this annatto coloring. Add warm color to cheese. Store in a cool, dark place. And I got this from the New England Cheese Making Supply Company. And then the citric acid. And then I added after it was set and drained, I added 3/4 of a teaspoon of baking soda, 1.5 teaspoons of salt, and a tablespoon of butter. Can you see how it's looking? But that's just the way I make a mock Velveeta Homestead cheese with my extra milk. And I like it, and I use it a lot. Use it a lot is the reason I'm making this batch today. So I'm going to sign off here, and I hope this kind of gives you a little bit of guideline of how you might make it. I try. My videos are lacking, but I'm trying.